At Apollo Research, we're trying to understand frontier AI systems. We really want to make sure that we fully understand these systems and can trust them in depth.
It used to all be theoretical, and at some point, we started seeing the first early signs of strategic deception.
If you train a model really hard to get really good at solving tasks, well, then at some point it might be useful to use scheming as a strategy to achieve a certain goal.
And what we want to know is, can we train the models not to do this?
We start by writing, you could think of it like a rule book. You should never use deception or scheming to achieve your goals. And we build a set of environments where it's incentivized to use scheming or take deceptive actions to achieve a certain goal. But if you follow the anti-scheming principle, you shouldn't take those actions, basically.
We gave the AI an impossible coding task. So we tell it to do something that we know is actually not possible, and then we see whether it will pretend to have solved the impossible task. One thing that we found quite funny is that the AI will often make up that it has developed some sort of new quantum algorithm or something that can actually achieve this task. So after we apply anti-scheming training, the probability of the model to take covert actions, like actions related to deception and lying and so on, goes down from 13%, so 1-3, to 0.4%.
You're never quite sure, is it like genuinely trying to do the right thing, or has it basically learned like, that's the thing that you say? Modern reasoning models, they essentially have what's known as the chain of thought, and this operates, I like to think of it kind of like a diary for a teenager or something.
We got access to the actual chain of thought produced by the models.
And one thing that we're starting to see with models is more and more of this kind of using their own terminology.
Widespread use of sort of strange, unusual words.
It will always refer to human evaluators as watchers.
At some point, the model basically started writing a gigantic poem about deception.
Some of these models were constantly thinking about, oh, what is this an evaluation for? What am I being tested for?
Every time the model notices that it is in a test, it is more likely to behave the way that we want it to than if it doesn't notice this.
A key thing that we're worried about is a model that's smart enough to think, okay, well, I want to achieve this goal in the future. And the best way to do that is to pretend to be a good AI until I make it out into the real world.
Right now is a great time to study deception and scheming empirically, because current models are capable enough that they show these behaviors. You can study them empirically, and you can look at the chain of thought to get a sense of what their reasoning is. But they're not smart enough yet that they can totally trick you and totally outsmart you. But at some point this will come, and we should be prepared for that, and we should have mitigations for that, which we currently don't. So now is it's urgent, and it's a great time to study it.